So here's a quick overview of Google Calendar, and I'll be happy to do a more in-depth one in a staff meeting. But here we go. So here's the Google Calendar. This is how it looks basically. This is actually the NC State Career Center one, and I have some fake meetings in here, like the one with Ronald McDonald. But the cool thing about the calendar is that you can have multiple calendars. Me, myself, I have a family calendar, I have my work calendar, I have a side calendar, I even have a separate calendar for scout information. And you can see it all at once, and then you can color coordinate it. So the multi-calendar aspect of Gmail, I think, is great. And for if you're looking at the week or the month, you can see it. So I really like that. Okay, so let's go back to the week. Adding a calendar is great and easy and simple. So what you would do is you would go to your settings, you would go to calendar, and let's add another calendar here. We're going to create a new calendar, and let's say this calendar is just specifically for workshops. Right? And you can put a description here, blah, blah, blah. And then go ahead and create. There's other things here. If you want to make it public that anybody search it can see it. If you need the location, that's fine. You can also share calendars. So I'm going to share this calendar with myself, and then I can let myself see all the NCSU Career Center events. I can make changes. I can share. I can just see it's busy. But this is a good way to share this particular calendar. So actually I'm not going to share this because I'll have to delete it later. So we're going to create the calendar. It takes a couple of seconds, and if you look over here, the workshop calendar pops up here. You can actually change the color if you need be. Let's change this to a nice purple. So right now we have three: the main calendar, we have a family calendar events, and now we have a workshop. Adding to the calendar is easy as clicking in a spot, saying this is breakfast, or this is workshop on resumes. Okay. And we can actually tell it which calendar we want. So we create it, bam. How easy is that? And if we need to move it, we can move it. It's just like GroupWise. A little bit more flexible and more portable. So that's as easy as adding something to the calendar. Okay? And this is as easy as creating a calendar. Now the other cool thing is that you can add other calendars. You saw the sharing calendar aspect, but you can add other calendars. And Google puts a holiday calendar here for you. But you can add the university calendar, which I think is great. The university has a calendar, academic calendar. So if you double click here and find their URL, you can add a calendar, and there's several ways to add a calendar, but this is going to do it by your URL. You would post a URL here and add this calendar to your settings, and you'll see it pops up here. And now you have the university calendar, and every time they change it, it shows up here. The other cool thing is that you have an opportunity to set reminders. Okay, so let's say we wanted to set a reminder, the email. So every event that's on the calendar, we can do it by email. Okay. Here's a better, yes, we don't want to do the changes. We're going to go back to the calendar. So let's say for the Career Center, we want to do our notifications. So right now, every event is going to email us and pop up 10 minutes before the event. And these are the aspects here, which I think is great. Just like it does in GroupWise, you can get a pop-up. But I like sending myself emails, and usually I change this to a day before. So I save this, and I will get an email one day before each event saying, hey, you have a meeting with such and such. Okay. So that's that aspect. There's a lot of different settings in here that are cool to look at. So going through settings and just going through the different aspects are cool. Exporting, importing, managing. So I know I went over that fairly quick, but I wanted this just to be a brief tutorial so that when we actually go over it in a staff meeting, you'll have some background over it. Using the Google Calendar, which I think is excellent, especially when we totally switch over and students make their calendars public, or if we make our Career Center calendar public, they'll be able to see open appointments and those types of things. Cool. That's it. Have an excellent Google day.